Virginia edges Purdue in OT for spot in Final Four. Louisville, Kentucky. AP from Virginia, the first #1 seed to lose to a 16 seed a year ago, survived overtime and Carson Edwards' staggering three-point show Saturday night to make it to the Final Four for the first time since 1984. Box score A. The top-seeded Cavaliers needed a last-ditch buzzer beater to send the game in overtime, and then finally contained Edwards in the extra period to hang on for an 80-75 victory over Purdue in the South Region Final. The Cavaliers' 33-3 redeemed themselves from last year's loss to UMBC by relying on veterans, sound defense, poise, controlling the ball and a failure to be rattled even when the Boilermakers had the chance to ice the game in regulation at the foul line. Their balance and experience allowed them to overcome a brilliant performance by Edwards, whose 10 three-pointers were one shy of the NCAA tournament record. Edwards was named the most outstanding player of the South Regional, becoming the first player to win the honor from a losing team since Stephen Curry in 2008. Fitting, too, DeAndre Hunter scored 4 points in overtime, including the go-ahead layup with 29 seconds remaining, while Kyle Guy and Kihei Clark each added 2 free throws as Virginia finally shook loose from Purdue. Virginia got a last-gasp jumper from Mamadi Diakite as time expired to force overtime, and the Cavaliers got clutch baskets from Ty Jerome and Hunter, who also had 2 free throws, before Guy and Clark sealed the victory. Guy injured his ankle in the first half and his return was uncertain. But he came out. Edwards had been unstoppable until overtime, and although he connected on a jumper, he missed a late three and committed a turnover that ultimately led to Clark's game-sealing foul shots. The win put coach Tony Bennett in the Final Four for the first time in a decade with the Cavaliers. His father, Purdue, the Boilermakers looked like they would shoot Virginia out of the building and made clutch threes. But they went cold. Virginia, the Cavaliers have finally shed the shadow of last year's historic first-round exit and lived up to its #1 seeding. It wasn't easy. Virginia faces the Midwest region winner at the Final Four next weekend in Minneapolis. More AP College Basketball https://apnews.com/collegebasketball and https://twitter.com/aptop25.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.